Yo, what is going on, YouTube? This is Delta back with another Call of Duty Mobile video, where today I'm going to be giving you all the best class setup and some tips and tricks for the ASM-10. Now, recently in the patch notes and in the game, the ASM-10 was actually buffed. Let me read you the buff right here. It says it greatly increased ASM-10 stability and increased damage range. And some people are saying that this gun is actually three-shotting, but I'm going to confirm this myth, and obviously because everyone is using it, it has spiked an increase of usage, and I wanted to make a video on it to help those who want to adjust to the ASM-10. So remember, I do have a Discord server. Please go and join it, link on screen and in the description below. But without further ado, let's go on to the class setup, and then after that I will move on to the tips and tricks. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here's my ASM-10 class setup, and I'm using the ASM-10 Brambles, but starting with the sight, I use the red dot sight because the iron sight isn't that good, so it is whatever, it's up to preference. However, using the iron sight allows you to ADS a bit quicker, probably by like maybe 50 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds. But for the other attachments, it was kind of hard to pick which ones I want, but I always like the quick draw and the foregrip because you're going to want the foregrip. This thing has a lot of recoil, although in the patch notes it said it does have increased recoil stability. That's a lie. But I like to use the iron sight because when you use the iron sight on this gun, the hip fire radius is so small, and you're going to see in the clip later. But yeah, this is my class setup for the ASM-10. For my secondary, you can use anything, it's up to choice. Just don't use the knife because you already have a dedicated knife button. You don't even need to have a knife in your class. You can use any type of pistol or even the rocket launcher. I like to use the War Machine, although I'm probably going to switch it to the Hive. Also, just to go back to attachments, honestly, it's up to preference. You have to play with your weaknesses and strengths. I used to use the suppressor, and it was pretty good, but then I switched back to the laser sight. I also have the grenade and trophy system, and these are the three perks I run on all of my class setups. It's always going to be lightweight because this gun actually has a reduced movement speed compared to other ARs. As you see here, for example, yeah, see, mobility 60, mobility 55, but I also use toughness because this thing has a lot of recoil and I don't want it being affected by people shooting me, and dead silence because it is always going to be the best perk in the game. So guys, before we get on to the actual tips and tricks, I really wanted to talk about the time to kill and the recoil. So first about time to kill, no, I didn't do all the testing for actual distances and ranges, but I did find out that at close range, this gun actually kills in 3 shots, and headshots do have a multiplier, although it does take 3 shots as well, but headshots do have a multiplier. Also, in terms of recoil, the first 10 to 15 bullets are pretty straightforward. They kind of move a bit side to side, but mostly it's just vertical recoil. However, the last 15 bullets have a massive horizontal recoil, which makes it very difficult to control a full mag of ASM-10 bullets. So what you want to do is you want to burst fire and only full auto when you're at close range, or if you are going to full auto at longer ranges, make sure you're only firing for about 10 bullets before stopping so the gun resets its aim. Alright, so here are some more ASM-10 tips and tricks. So the first one is to play smart. The gun has a high damage but a slow fire rate, so you want to take advantage of the new damage range buff and keep your distance between opponents. However, this contradicts my first point, but the gun is actually really good close range, and it kills fairly quickly, so if you're confident in your close range skill, then you can use this gun to play aggressively. And in terms of game modes, this gun is a beast with its kill time of 3 shots at close range, so it's honestly great for all game modes, whether you're playing aggressive or picking off players one by one. And by playing aggressive, I mean capturing points or playing around the objective and going for kills. And by picking off players one by one, I mean just sitting on top of high vantage points and basically taking out your opponents. So that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like. Subscribe because we are so close to 400 subscribers and I'm going to start streaming soon. Also, share the video with your friends if it was useful, and leave a comment to let me know what you thought of the video or what type of video you'd like to see next. And that is it for today's video. This is Delta signing off, and I will see you all in the next one.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.